Hello, everybody. So, just in case anybody gives a fuck, I just thought I would go into more detail about my hybrid that I submitted for the fun little challenge, just so I can get more context and more detail into all of the abilities that I put into my hybrid. So, this is another close-up shot of Qigora Talo. So, his gene contributors are the Tyrannosaurus, the Megatherium, for the claws and the arm reach and the strong musculature, the T-Rex for the binocular vision and the low frequency detection and the quick turn pivots for its size, and the bite force, and what was the other thing? And basically it's better breathing, since it's more akin to birds and such. I think that's what the modern consensus is. And that's the arm, just for a reference. So it's mixed with chimp DNA as well, so it can have more muscular shoulder movements. Here's him again right here. I did a lot of different concepts and quick doodles here and there. So here is a side view. So he's able to go bipedal, similar to a T-Rex / pangolin. So I got the pangolin in there for the flexible scale armor, so that it can have a good amount, not the most, but a good amount of armor, while also having the flexibility of the arms, with the chimp with its fast twitch muscle fibers. And in the head, you can see the tooth sticks out a little bit because it's got Xenosmilus DNA for its really good grappling prowess and its strong forearms and its claws, along with the Ursus bear, Priscus, which is a subspecies of the brown bear, which was massive and more carnivorous, and then also the ground sloth. Let's see. Let's see where I drew it again. So, it's definitely going to have arms that are significantly longer than the other one, because it's going to have to get it past its head first. But I also mixed it in with the naked mole rat, for it has really good DNA repair, and it has a strong resistance to harmful chemicals. And it also has the California newt for limb regeneration, because it has really good regeneration if it gets injured. And then also it has the poisonous pores that come out of its skin, which are mainly around the arms, belly, and under the neck, but it's got a pretty short neck, so there's probably not much room to grab around there unless he wants to get some spines in the mouth. And then the sharper regions around the tail, with the pangolin and the ground sloth tail and T-Rex as a strong base for if it ever rears up. And the ground sloth and the T-Rex are the two contributors for allowing it to get to a very large size. So Qigora is about 9 to 10 tons, but the one that I said is about 9.7, so it can fluctuate here and there. So since he's a mix between animals that are endothermic and ectothermic, Qigora is probably fluctuates between these, so maybe I would dare I say mesothermic. That might change later, unless I just have to figure out what mesothermic actually means. But you need to be endothermic to support good intelligence, which is why most of these, I think like 7 out of 10 of these, are mammals. And also mixed with the American possum for good resistance to the shrew venom and adder venom, since possums are resistant to that. So it is very unlikely for that to be affected. And they mature pretty quickly, since possums in the wild rarely get to 3 years. So they develop after like less than a month, I believe. But I didn't know that I didn't have to put a fast developing animal in there. I found that out after I read everything. But so yeah, Qigora's definitely got excellent reach and excellent dexterity and strength in the forearms, and it's going to be very difficult to take this guy down in a one-on-one collision because it is one-on-one for this specific fight. I might change the hybrid up a bit. I think it will be fun to do this again, like if it was annual, like everybody else could learn. And this is him compared to Sue, and I was just trying to figure out how tall to make him, like bipedal versus quadruped. So this might be inaccurate, but I'd probably say like around 18 feet when he's walking bipedally, and then maybe 37 to 40 feet long on all fours, including the tail. So there's another close-up. So he's definitely got those traits of the T-Rex and the Xenosmilus there. So the Xenosmilus, which was it? I think it was a dark-toothed cat. One of the different types of saber-tooths. So it had relatively stronger bite force than, say, like the Smilodon Populator or Fatalis. And it had large serrated teeth in front of its mouth, which can cause massive blood loss, mixed in with a strong bite force of the bear and the T-Rex, which I think complements the head shape, in my opinion. The T-Rex and the bear and the Xenosmilus. So Qigora definitely has a slightly wider and shorter face so that the arms can have more reach, more dexterity. So definitely would get a hit on the Indom 2.0 before the latter. So I had been playing around with it for a while, and then I got a few concepts of what I was doing before I figured out my first 9. Let's see. What was the other animal that I had? Bear, chimp. It's kind of losing me right now. Let me check my Google Documents. Where'd it go? There it is. American possum. Yep. Chimp, Megatherium ursus. I think I mentioned all of them. Right. California newt. So he is a mix of things that are endothermic and ectothermic, so that's probably, like, long-term something that probably wouldn't be too well, because congruency is something that's definitely something that I thought about, because there's only one non-amniote animal that I have in here, so the Indom appears to have like more than twice the amount of animals that I have, if they're keeping the original gene contributors while also keeping the ones that they have in their new one, which totals up to 18. I mean, it has a lot of Abelisaurs, which kind of makes it weird, because if they want to talk about instinctual overstimulation / non-congruency, it would be weird, because they have more things that have small arms compared to things that do. So, I mean, I have a few nitpicks with the rules, but, you know, it's their contest. So, but I mean, like, if they could just, like, clear some things up, because I mean, it's like, I don't know if, like, did they start from scratch, or did they keep everything? Because if they're including everything that has ever been mixed with the Indom, then that means it has 18 total animals mixed in with it. The 4 in the Indom 2.0, and then everything else from the movie. And this is him, an older concept of when I still had the star-nosed mole for the quickest reaction time of any mammal, and the tusks, which are a good goring weapon. But I don't have those anymore because I just thought it would be overkill. And then I drew the pangolin spines, kind of weird, but I had to actually remember that pangolin spines are kind of a bit more blunt and pine cone-like. So, but yeah, I think this one would do pretty well, basically just with the T-Rex for sufficient energy, and then the bite force and size capability, along with the Megatherium or a Remotherium. But I did the Megatherium. And then, yeah, I like the thing I did, but the Xenosmilus also has pretty small, comparatively, canines, so a lot less likely to break, if that ever happens. So, an excellent binocular vision, low frequency detection, so unlikely to be snuck up on. Because, like, yeah, the Indom can hide its thermo, apparently, because it was based off of frogs, but that's not exactly something frogs can control, so, and it's not something that they can manipulate either, so, I don't know. I mean, like, once you try to introduce stuff that's actually accurate, that's when people are going to start disagreeing, and then you could just argue all day about this. But this is just supposed to be a fun little thing, and I would love to do this again. So, I kind of like this picture. I thought I did well. But, yeah, try again, and then maybe, or maybe, like, we'll all figure out what to do against, like, the, Indoraptor 2.0, or anything else that they come up with, but it's pretty fun, I think. So, yeah, you know, I mean, would a dog mixed with a rayfin fish, would that be congruent, or would it not be congruent? I mean, doesn't that have implications? No? Or if you mix a cuttlefish mixed with a bunch of vertebrates? I mean, hey, you can get into the semantics all day, but I mean, like, if they're trying to be, like, accurate here, somewhat, then it's like, that just introduces everyone disagreeing because there's so many things that could be brought up. But, you know, open to any more questions and answers or new info. So, I just thought this would be excellent because this thing doesn't have as wild of different DNA as compared to, say, the Indom or the Indoraptor. So I'd say that's pretty congruent. Yeah, pretty cool. I like it. So this thing is basically, my plan for this is just to have it be like beating the Indom at its own game by giving it intelligence and mixing it with the any type of cat and the chimp to basically overpower it in a dexterous way. So I think it's pretty cool. I mean, I like it. I'm not trying to hype myself up, but it's just, I can definitely improve. I was drawing Harrison Ford Hulk. Okay. I'm not going to show myself because I didn't shower yet today because I'm a stinky fucking loser. So, just thought I'd give more context. And I think it's pretty cool. Yeah. I don't know if we I think on all fours mainly, knuckle walking just to protect the claws, even though the claws aren't that long since they're mixed with Megatherium, bears, and the Xenosmilus, which don't need to knuckle walk while also having long claws, but it is pretty large, so when it's on all fours, it's most of the time probably going to be knuckle walking, but then when attacking, it's probably going to be using it more into akin to the Megatherium, Xeno, and Ursus. And then the striking and dexterity for complex manipulation with the addition to the chimp and the Xenosmilus. So, yeah, these are just quick doodles. They're just concepts. So, but there's a claw again. I don't know. I'm not too good with the paws yet, but I could probably do like a little another design. So, but yeah, definitely will be a excellent grappler, just like the bear and the T-Rex and the Xenosmilus. So, yep, I think that's about all I can say. And a very short neck, so very likely to be choked out or whatever. You know, the Xenosmilus, it might have teeth that are kind of long, but I don't think it would be too big of a deal compared to, because I think it would probably complement the head shape of the T-Rex and the bear once it's mixed together. And, yeah. So, I don't know, but I wouldn't say that he's likely to tire out, because the T-Rex is pretty efficient with its energy, along with the bear, because they're able to go at it for a long time, because they can use more of their energy for a longer time. So I would probably say that he's endothermic and probably mesothermic in some cases, that he's able to switch it. But I don't really think that the hiding your temperature would really do much, in my opinion. And what else I can do? I don't know. But yeah. Well, okay. Yeah, so other things I can put in the video as well, if I missed anything. So, yep. Okay. If anybody watches this, thanks for watching. And thanks Goji Center for this new challenge, because this was pretty cool, and I would like to do this more. Just one last look. That's the picture I submitted, but those other things I put were just more detail.